Welcome back. This is episode number 34. We are here beneath Haven, I presume. It's very cold in here, and I am not able to run. I guess because I'm injured. She doesn't look injured, but I guess... Okay, there we go. Now I can run. Slowly. And my mark is definitely glowing. My anchor, he called it. My character is moving on her own. I'm not touching anything right now. Did she black out for a second there? Interesting. Or is it supposed to be like she walks for a while? That could be it. Frostback Mountains. Somebody was here once. Someone built these tunnels.
Who's there?
Spare demons. You have gained Mark of the Rift, a focus-based ability. Mark of the Rift causes massive damage and can even kill some enemies instantly. And that's our first focus-based ability. And I guess that's our focus bar there? Alright, so let's use it. Focus is a resource that is gained each time someone in your party deals damage. Each party member has a personal focus meter, but all party members gain focus when a single member deals damage. Oh, so I can make my own rifts. Is that what that is, or is that the rift that I'm fighting? No, I made my own little mini rift there. That's kind of cool. And this is the focus bar, I guess? That's cool. Might make that number 5 for now. We'll see where I like it. So we are hurt a little bit, but just a little bit. Well, we're outside. That's a good sign, but it is very cold. We have to find shelter. I like how she's making like shivering noises. She brought her warm robes to this fight. Probably, since we were already fighting in Haven. I'm sure she's dressed for it. Sometime later, I suppose? Yep. Ooh. Maybe that's something we can use.
It's cold. Nothing.
Well, I mean, I do have fire magic. I can't use it for some reason. Yeah, it's not letting me using my fire spells, but I guess I'm too weary. But like, I do know how to make magic. It's about being a mage, you can keep yourself warm. Or cold if need be. Something's out there. That's a tree. Never mind. I thought those two little things there were on the snow, but they're part of the tree. There's gotta be some kind of shelter around here, a cabin, or even just a cave that a bear might have used at one point. I can take on a bear, I'm pretty sure, and take his cave. When it comes to that. This is really cool though, I mean, no pun intended. I like this part of the quest. Another campfire. Keep going, Leovara. At least I won't dehydrate with all the snow. Can't search either, but I can examine.
Embers. Recent?
So maybe I'm catching up to the Inquisition? Is that marks on the rock? I think it's just part of the rock itself. I mean, they're a big army. They have to make camp. As long as I can keep going and don't let my own energy wear out, I should catch up to them eventually. I heard wolves. I have to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. Come on. Don't falter now. Where's Chestnut when you need him? I guess he escaped with the rest of the Inquisition armies. Aha!
There!
I see a
It's
camp.
her!
Thank
Helen.
the Maker.
Yay, made it. Ha, Brontos. Yeah, nice warm campfire for a while.
What would you have me tell them? This isn't what we asked them to do.
We cannot simply ignore this. We must find a way.
And who put you in charge? We need a consensus or we have nothing.
Please, we must use reason. Without the infrastructure of the Inquisition, we're
I
hobbled.
can't come from nowhere.
She didn't say it could.
Enough! This is getting us nowhere.
They sound angry.
But we're agreed on that much.
Shh. You need rest.
They've been at it for hours.
They have that luxury thanks to you. The enemy could not follow, and with time to doubt, we turn to blame. Infighting may threaten as much as this Corypheus.
Yeah, I think his dragon saved him, so he didn't get buried. And the more I think about it, I don't think it is an archdemon, because if it was an archdemon, he would have an army of darkspawn with him. But I think it's very likely that it's a high dragon, or a normal high dragon, corrupted by the darkspawn taint that's within him,
Do we know where Corypheus and his forces are?
which is pretty cool.
We are not sure where we are, which may be why, despite the numbers he still commands, there is no sign of him. That, or you are believed dead. Or without Haven, we are thought helpless. Or he girds for another attack. I cannot claim to know the mind of that creature, only his effect on us.
If they're arguing about what we do next, I need to be there.
Another heated voice won't help. Even yours. Perhaps especially yours. Our leaders struggle because of what we survivors witnessed. We saw our defender stand and fall. And now we have seen her return. The more the enemy is beyond us, the more miraculous your actions appear, and the more our trials seem ordained. That is hard to accept, no? What we have been called to endure, what we perhaps must come to believe.
Lots of options here.
I escaped the avalanche. Barely, perhaps, but I didn't die.
Of course, and the dead cannot return from across the veil. But the people know what they saw. Or perhaps what they needed to see. The Maker works both in the moment and in how it is remembered. Can we truly know the heavens are not with us?
You saw Corypheus. What do you think of his claims of assaulting the heavens?
Scripture says magisters, divinter servants of false-souled gods, entered the Fade to reach the Golden City, seat of the Maker. For their crime, they were cast out as darkspawn. Their hubris is why we suffer blight, and why the Maker turned from us. If such is the claim of this Corypheus, he is a monster beyond imagining. All mankind continues to suffer for that sin. If even a shred of it is true, all the more reason Andraste would choose someone to rise against him.
See, I'm not as up to date on my Chantry lore as I would like to be. So I know there was a first sin and a second sin. Was the second sin killing Andraste and the first assaulting the Golden City? Like when did I know they believe the Maker turned his back on his people before the Chantry was founded. That's why it was founded and why it's called the Chantry. Because they want to bring the chant of light to all corners of the globe in the hopes that that's when the Maker will return. But he says he got there and the throne was already empty, which fits with their beliefs, but only if he was supposed to have left before that. So I guess maybe they believe that he left because they brought their mortalness to his Golden City and made it the Black City. But that would kind of say that would imply that they were already tainted in some way before they got to the heavens. Not that the Maker tainted them when he made them into Darkspawn, as the Chantry tells us. Anyway, all just questions for now.
Corypheus said he found only corruption and emptiness. Nothing golden.
If he entered that place, it has changed him without and within. The living are not meant to make that journey. Perhaps these are lies he must tell himself, rather than accept that he earned the scorn of the Maker. I know I could not bear such.
I think you may be trying to rationalize this here. I'm not sure fanatical belief is really the cause of all this in this instance. Yeah, I don't think she believes, but I think she would probably go with this one.
Mother Giselle, I just don't see how what I believe matters. Lies or not, Corypheus is a real physical threat. We can't match that with hope alone.
Shadows fall and hope has fled. Still your heart, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. The shepherd's lost, and his home is far. Keep to the stars, the dawn will come. The night is long, and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. Bear your blade and raise it high. Stand your ground, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will
That was pretty cool.
An army needs more than an enemy. It needs a cause.
One of the chantry
would.
songs, I guess. And I guess she's going to be worshipped whether she likes it or not. This does remind me of Andraste kind of gathering an army of the righteous against an evil army from Tevinter. What is this thing? Oh, just a torch.
The humans have not raised one of our people so high for ages beyond counting. Her faith is hard-won, Lethaline, worthy of pride, save one detail. The threat Corypheus wields. The orb he carried. It is ours. Corypheus used the orb to open the breach. Unlocking it must have caused the explosion that destroyed the Conclave. We must find out how he survived. And we must prepare for their reaction when they learn the orb is of our people.
I was about to say, how does he know about the orb? Unless you could say she mentioned it when she retold her story when she got back, but I don't know if I did that or not.
All right. What is it and how do you know about it?
Such things were foci, said to channel power from our gods. Some were dedicated to specific members of our pantheon. All that remains are references in ruins, and faint visions of memory in the Fade, echoes of a dead empire. But however Corypheus came to it, the orb is elven, and with it, he threatens the heart of human faith.
This is interesting too, this whole religious element to it, that this isn't just lore for these people, this is everything they believe in their way of life. So the fact that it's not just, he's not like just literally threatening them and their lives, he's also threatening the stories that have made their philosophy for generations. Lost here, I'm not sure what this one means. She's saying he lost the orb here? I don't know.
Even if we defeat Corypheus, Eventually they'll find a way to blame elves.
I suspect you are correct. It is unfortunate, but we must be above suspicion to be seen as valued allies. Faith in you is shaping this moment, but needs room to grow.
Interesting little detail where the orb's from. I'm going to assume she just told him that there was an orb, because there's no other way he would have known. And then he put 2 and 2 together and realized it was one of those elven orbs.
Corypheus has changed it. Changed you. Scout to the north. Be their guide.
I like how she's both their guide and their scout. Or their leader and their scout.
There is a place that waits for a force to hold it. There is a place where the Inquisition can build, grow.
So why didn't we go there before? Also, he has my staff. Wonder what the lord of this castle is and why it was built here. Probably to defend Ferelden against our legions, or vice versa. Have we come to a consensus at last, then?
They arrive daily from every settlement in the region. Skyhold is becoming a pilgrimage. If word has reached these people, it will have reached the Elder One. We have the walls and numbers to put up a fight here, but this threat is far beyond the war we anticipated. But we now know what allowed you to stand against Corypheus, what drew him to you.
Yeah. I don't think she'd say who cares. It definitely wasn't Andraste's blessing. Or she doesn't believe it to be. And I don't think it was just my efforts for the Inquisition. He wouldn't care that much about that. He wanted the anchor.
He came for this, and now it's useless to him, so he wants me dead. That's it.
The anchor has power, but it's not why you're still standing here. Your decisions let us heal the sky. Your determination brought us out of Haven. You are the creature's rival because of what you did. And we know it. All of us. The Inquisition requires a leader. The one who has already been leading it.
Why are you giving me a sword? Shouldn't it be a staff?
You.
I mean, she was already kind of the de facto leader anyway. I want to kind of say both of these two. But I don't think she would actually doubt herself because of those things. As surprised as she would be, she wouldn't show it.
I don't know what to say.
Say that you will not make me regret this.
If you're not sure, why do it?
Because I believe this is what was meant to be. That without you, there would be no Inquisition. What it means for the future, how you lead us, That is entirely up to you.
Mischievous look there. It's a cool sword. Unfortunately, I can't use it because I am a mage. Are there multiple special options here, or is it just special? My own power. I want to see what special is. Okay. Ah, so there are... An elf or a mage? That's going to be a hard choice now. What does she see herself as most? I like her little thoughtful look, too. Well, this is a tough choice. I have to kind of think about how I'm going to define her character. She obviously considers herself unique by being an elf and by being a mage. But I think because she grew up with the Dalish where they were all elves, she probably sees herself as a little more unique because of the mageness than the elfness. So let's go with that. Especially in these times when, like, elves are always distrusted, but right now, mages are kind of the issue of the day. Oh, that could also be a reason to go for the elf one, but we'll go with this for now.
With fear running rampant, they need to see a mage standing for what is right. I'll defeat Corypheus standing with them, not over them.
Wherever you lead us. Have our people been told?
They have. And soon, the world.
Commander, will they follow?
Inquisition, will you follow? Will you fight? Will we triumph? Your leader, your herald, your Inquisitor! So this is where it begins.
It began in the courtyard. This is where we turned that promise into action.
But what do? We know nothing about this Corypheus except that he wanted your mark.
Hopefully, I'm sure Hawk told somebody the tale. Where's Varric? Of all people, he should be the one rushing in to tell us all about Corypheus and who he really is. All good questions. Looking forward to the answers. Is he allied with Tevinter? I think he's allied with that cult, but not Tevinter themselves. Can he really become a god? I don't know about that, but he can become very powerful. And is this dragon an archdemon? I don't think it is, and I definitely hope it's not. I think it's just a corrupted high dragon, but one by one.
Corypheus wants to restore Tevinter. Is this a prelude to war with the Imperium?
I get the feeling we're dealing with extremists, not the vanguard of a true invasion.
Tevinter is not the Imperium of 1,000 years ago. What Corypheus yearns to restore no longer exists. Though they would shed no tears if the South fell to chaos, I'm certain.
Corypheus said he wanted to enter the Black City, that this would make him a god.
He's been there before,
He's
it didn't
willing
help.
to tear this world apart to reach the next. It won't matter if he's wrong.
What if he's not wrong? If he finds some other way into the Fade?
Then he gains the power he seeks, or unleashes catastrophe on us all.
I think we have to find out more about that ritual, because he still has the orb, and as long as he has that, he can do it again. We have to find out what it was he did. I mean, the ancient Vinters obviously had a way into the Fade, and it took, I think they said like 2/3 or 1/3 of all the blood and all the, or the blood of 1/3 of the slaves in the Imperium and 1/3 of their entire lyrium supply, or something like that, to do it. But, and I guess the Imperium was much larger back then, so we'd have a much more difficult time accumulating those resources today. But maybe that orb is some kind of shortcut in by making the breach.
Could his dragon really be an archdemon? What would that mean?
It would mean the beginning of another blight.
We've seen no darkspawn other than Corypheus himself. Perhaps it's not an archdemon at all, but something different?
Whatever it is, it's dangerous. Commanding such a creature gives Corypheus an advantage we can't ignore.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably a corrupted high dragon, but we'll see.
Someone out there must know something about Corypheus.
Unless they saw him on the field, most will not believe he even exists.
We do have one advantage. We know what Corypheus intends to do next. In that strange future you experienced, Empress Selene had been assassinated.
Good point.
Imagine the chaos her death would cause. With his army.
An army he'll bolster with a massive force of demons, or so the future tells us.
Corypheus could conquer the entire south of Thedas, god or no god.
I'd feel better if we knew more about what we were dealing with.
I know someone who can help with that.
You were there.
Everyone acting all inspirational jogged my memory, so I sent a message to an old friend. She's crossed paths with Corypheus before and may know more about what he's doing. She can help.
I'm really excited now. But he was actually there. See, I want to know how this happens if you didn't play Legacy. Do they just assume that Hawk does it anyway, whether or not you play as her or him as you're doing it? I don't know. There's something else I wanted to say too, but I forgot what it was. Oh well.
I don't have time for a meet and greet, Varric.
You'll get a lot out of this, and it's probably overdue. Just come up to the battlements. Trust me, it's complicated.
Well, then, we stand ready to move on both of these concerns.
On your order, Inquisitor.
I know one thing. If Varric has brought who I think he has, Cassandra is going to kill him.
This is the Inquisition. A dusty old ruin filled with battered soldiers.
Oh, come on, we just got here and people are already complaining.
Your mouth and open your eyes. You'd see that the Inquisition
What is this?
is our one.
Oh, fast travel. Alright, so we can do the next part of the main quest. So that's kind of the mechanics they have, is that you have to go out in the world and do things to get power. Drapes found. And then you can do the next part of the main quest. Oh, geez, there's all kinds of stuff here. We are here in Skyhold,
Look at this place.
which I believe you can upgrade as well.
It's a bloody palace it is.
More things.
Fits for a king, eh?
News from Thedas, haven destroyed by darkest menace. Oh, I got a lore master for, I guess, getting a certain amount of codex entries. Reports that the Herald of Andraste and Inquisition leadership survived and have found refuge elsewhere. That we have. Alright. I want to go to the battlements. So much to do. Where are the battlements? Is that it? No. Oh yeah, Cole. After the dust settles, Cole was nowhere to be found. It's hard to believe he isn't hanging around somewhere in Skyhold. Oh geez, we have lots to do now. So many directions. Okay, Skyhold. Welcome to Skyhold? No. You can customize it, yep. And alright, now we can craft runes now that we're at this part of the game. There's no like Inquisition's path or whatever anymore, is there? Oh, there it is, the top. Once again, scroll bar. Speak with Varric on the battlements. Alright, set active. So, I'm not going to wait. I want to go speak to Varric. Because I'm excited to see if what they're going to do is what I think they're going to do, or hope they're going to do. Where is Varric? Up on the battlements, but how do I get there? Is that a stair? Looks like a stair. Hello, dwarven friend. I forget your name at the moment. I kind of wish she wore her armor in the in Skyhold as well. I don't think you can really customize her
Majestic.
regular outfit.
How is a place like this ever lost?
That's what I want to know. Oh, that's cool. But I'll read up on the lore about it. And lore some of those enemies we've been fighting too, probably between this episode and the next. And I can summarize it for you guys. Is this Varric over here? There he is. Alright, Varric. What's your big surprise? Oh, so you could choose if it's the default or custom. Definitely custom. Oh, you have to actually customize her. Head 2. It doesn't just I wish it would just import your hawk. This would be so much better. What is head? Is head 1 like the... I don't see a preview though. It's all like messed up. Yeah, something is glitchy here. Alright, I might have to... I don't want to break the episode, but I also want to make sure that we get Hawk looking just like Brelin did. Alright, also if I'm going to, I think, back out of this to see if I can get this fixed and restart it. But if it doesn't work and if it automatically, if escaping makes you go with the default Hawk automatically, then I'm just going to stop the recording and reload the last save and do it again when I get it right. So if the recording suddenly splices, that's why. Yes. See, now even head 1 is busted. Is there... Okay, when you scroll up... Oh, what is the scroll? No? Like, that broke it last time. Alright, now we're getting there. So they're basically making you customize your hawk again. Alright, so I'm going to have to cut the tape either way it looks like. So what I'm going to do is... I wonder if I should just make this a short episode. I might just do that. I might end this episode here, and then I'm going to go look up for my previous recording of Dragon Age 2 how I customized Hawk back in that game. And hopefully we can do it very similarly here. And when I'm done getting her customized, which hopefully we'll remember in all future games, just in case. But when that's done, we'll be right back and we'll actually get to meet Brelin Hawk. So I will see you guys then.